Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Mark here with the Better Mark. Let's talk some NBA playoffs. Exciting Saturday and Sunday contests. We got the stage is set, and now I'm going to break down each and every game in these matchups and give you guys my official plays that I'll be rocking with, and a couple leans along the way on the sides and totals. Okay, so for those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. Appreciate you guys that are returning. Make sure you guys subscribe down below, smash that like button, and as always, let me know what you guys are going to be on for these weekend games that we got coming to you guys live. So let's get down into it. I'm going to break down these Saturday and Sunday slates all in this video, so make sure you guys stick around to the end, and let's talk about some basketball. Okay, so the first game that we got coming up to you guys is the Orlando Magic and Cleveland Cavaliers. I am going to be laying it with the Cavs. This is one where I don't trust the Magic and their youth. That's just full disclosure. I think the Cavs also have a little bit of a assurance that they're going to try to avenge what they've done last year, try to pick up from where they left off, if you will. Okay, they got embarrassed against the Knicks. I think now with hosting this series, I think that the Cavaliers are going to be looking to kind of right or wrong, if you will. So I do like the Cavs in the spot. I locked it in at -4. I think that kind of gets maybe ugly down the stretch. Orlando, a great ATS team in the regular season. But I do think that the Cavs, in terms of their front court, is going to be a little bit too dominant in this contest. I think they're going to be playing angry. I like the Cavs. I think Mitchell is going to be on a vengeance. Albeit Boncaro, a great player. Orlando has a bunch of young studs. Not saying I don't like Orlando. I'm just saying I think the Cavs in the spot is the right side. So I will be taking the Cavs. Also, Orlando was kind of trending towards the end of the season in a negative direction as well. So that's another reason why I do like the Cavs. So lock it in with the Cavs in this first game, -4. That's a number that I was able to find as well. Okay. Next one out there is the Suns, Minnesota Timberwolves. We get into this contest, and it's something where you look at the T-Wolves, and they've been historically dominated by the Suns. But I think this one is where, as a home team, all right, I do like the value on taking the Timberwolves money line at that -115 price. It's something where, I like the Timberwolves and how they kind of played towards the end of the season. Anthony Edwards is albeit on a mission. He's on a vengeance as well. So in the playoffs, I think that they come out hot, especially in this first game at home. So 3:30 tip, ESPN. This one I'll be very much excited to watch, where we're going to be taking the Timberwolves on the money line. As well as I do like Kevin Durant in his matchup. I think he's going to have a lot of success offensively. So I'm not opposed to taking Kevin Durant, KD, getting over. I think his point total is way too low. If you can find around 23, 24 points, that is way too low, I believe, for the previous MVP out there. Okay, so that's kind of how I look at it. I know Phoenix played Minnesota back on the 14th in the last time out for the regular season. Phoenix was able to win 125-106 at Minnesota, but it's something where I just like the Timberwolves in this spot. So we're going to go with that. I know that the trends and everything about that says that the Timberwolves get dominated by the Suns, but I'm just not on the Suns yet. I'm not on that. I'm not on that bandwagon. I don't believe in them, and I think the Timberwolves come out hot and get the job done at home. So lock it in as my second official play. Okay, -115 on the money line. Okay, next game out there is the Knicks, where we're going to be taking the Knicks at a price at -2.5. That's the number I was going to be locking in. I think if we've watched any indication that we've seen out there, Joel Embiid is back. How back? That's going to be what's yet to be determined. Okay, I do think though the Knicks are a little bit healthier. They're a little bit bigger down low. I think they're going to have a little bit more help to guard Embiid, and he's not 100%. Okay, he's not 100%. But what is 100% is the Knicks and what they're looking to do. Right. That turnover by Brunson late in the season, okay, or late in the playoff run last year, I think that's haunted him, and by all counts, and that is a very strong MVP candidate for me. Okay, I know he didn't win it, but nonetheless, if the Knicks were healthy, he'd be right up there alongside the likes of Jokic and SGA. So that's just kind of how I view it. A lot of people probably beg to differ, but I think the Knicks playing Madison Square Garden, I think they're going to be very motivated to win this game. I think they're going to play like their pants are on fire, and we will be taking the Knicks -2.5 in this matchup because Not just so much of a pro Knicks bet, but I just think that they're so much healthier and so much better on the defensive front with Thibodeau that I just don't think the 76ers have a shot in this game. So we'll be locking in the Knicks before this number gets any more higher. Okay. Next one is the Lakers and the Nuggets. That's the late game coming to you guys on Saturday. Historically, we look at the numbers between the Lakers and the Nuggets. I'm not going to actually bet this game. I do love taking the Nuggets at home, playing basically any playoff game at home. I do like the Nuggets. It's kind of like bet against them until they break. They win usually by double digits too. It's something where I'm not scared to do that. And it's more so within the Lakers. They've done it 8 straight times, right? 8 straight times they've beaten the Lakers. So Jokic dominates that contest. He terrorizes the likes of Anthony Davis. I'm just not a big AD fan. I do not like betting against LeBron in the playoffs. This Lakers team, albeit, is a very, very good team. I think they're a little bit underrated, to be honest. But I'm not going to be taking this game. I do like taking this as a series bet. So what I'm going to be betting is the -1.5 on Denver within the series. Okay, so basically winning 4-2, basically winning, in that kind of margin in the series. I'm sorry, you know what I mean. So winning the series by more than one game. Okay, so that's just kind of how I'm playing it. All right, next game in there is the Miami Heat, Boston Celtics. That'll be the first game on Sunday. No official play in this matchup. Okay, Miami had to play in that play-in game. Spoelstra, if there's any team that can basically outcoach the juggernaut of what looks to be the Boston Celtics this year, it would be the likes of the Miami Heat. Okay, but a little bit of injury concerns for the Heat. This is 1-2 where this point spread, though, for a playoff game for a rested Celtics team at 14 points. That's just too big of a number. I'm going to be laying off, staying away. Okay, so no official play in this one. I do like the Celtics to come out of the East, though, full disclosure, but no play in this contest. All right, the next one on the card is the Dallas Mavericks and the Los Angeles Clippers. All right, this is one where I do like the Mavs. I think that they're going to be a hot team. I think they're going to be very motivated. They opened up in this contest as an underdog, and that's why it pays to bet early. So apologies for not getting this video out earlier, because now we're looking at the Mavericks as a 1.5, 2-point favorite out there in some markets. All right, and that's kind of how we're looking at it, okay? We look at the Clippers team, the whole thing with Kawhi. We have to look at it as him being questionable, but if he's out, this number is even going to get a little higher. I think he is going to possibly play. Would not surprise me, but by all accounts, even if he does play, I still like the Mavericks in this matchup. So lock it in. We're going to be taking the Mavs money line at a -125 price, okay, in this matchup. All right. Next game out there is the Indiana Pacers and the Milwaukee Bucks. No play on the side or total. Giannis is not going to go. Probably not even going in the second game of this series, right? So 7 p.m. tip on TNT. We will be taking the over 231 in this game. Pacers have been one of my over darlings for the season. I think that run continues historically when these two teams match up. It's always a higher point scoring contest. So I am going to be taking the over 231. I will be favoring a lot of Tyrese Halliburton props. I think he does a lot of good things against the Bucks. And this is one where in playoffs, he's a little bit extra motivated, a little bit extra of that gear going on. So I do like for the Pacers to cover the over as well as the Halliburton props. I do see this number even hitting 233 before tip-off. So the numbers we can find out there are 231s. There are a lot of 232s readily available, but I did lock in that 231 over for the Pacers-Bucks game, okay? Next one and the last one is the Thunder and the Pelicans. Okay, so this is an 8-point spread, over under 214. One where I would lean towards the over in this one as well. I'm not going to be betting this game, just full disclosure. I don't historically like to bet against the Pelicans, and the same thing goes for the Thunder. So this is one where I can't really figure out this series, and quite frankly, if anything, I would tell you that the number with the Pelicans, it's too high. Getting them 8 points for them, we think that Zion's going to be out with that hamstring. So, coming off of a win, 105-98 in that playing game against the Kings, the Pelicans look good. Okay, but now they have to go on the road, play at Oklahoma City. that's a whole different ball game. And the Pelicans are that ball club that can win any game by 10 and lose any game by 10. So no official play, but I would lean towards the over and grabbing those points with the Pelicans in this matchup. So that about wraps it up. Those are all the games that will be played this weekend for the NBA playoffs on Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so just a quick recap. These are my official plays. Where we'll be taking the Denver, winning the series -1.5 against the Lakers in games played. We'll have that's the series spread, okay? And then the Mavs money line, the Knicks -2.5, Cavs -4, over 231 in that Pacers-Bucks game, and the Minnesota -115. So that about does it. Those will be my official plays for this opening round of games. I hope you guys are all doing well. Let's go cash some tickets this weekend. Remember to subscribe down below on your way out. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.